In this video, I'm going to be talking about how to buy a house in 2024 without going insane. If you don't know already, my name is Gabby Magsino with Keller Williams Town Square, and I am a full-time real estate agent in New Jersey whose goal is to empower individuals to make informed decisions when it comes to navigating the challenges of buying and selling a home in New Jersey. And today, I'm going to be specifically talking about the 5 things that you should definitely do so that you can successfully buy your very first home by the end of this year. And don't forget to stay tuned at the very end of this video because I'm going to be sharing the #1 tip that I suggest you definitely don't do so that you don't sabotage all of your chances of buying your very first home. By the way, this is not going to go over the buying process. So if that's what you're looking for, then you should check out my other video called How to Buy a House, Home Buying Process Explained, and I will link that below. And with that, let's get to it. So my #1 tip that you should definitely do before you even start looking for a home is to make a budget for yourself. And once you set a budget, then contact a reputable lender that will pre-approve you for a mortgage. Ideally, a good rule of thumb is for your monthly mortgage payments to be no more than 28% of your pre-tax income, which means that if you make $100,000 per year, then 28% of that is $28,000 divided by 12 months, then that's about $2,333.33 that you should allot for a monthly mortgage. But to be honest with you, most lenders will be able to pre-approve you for way more than that. But that doesn't mean that you should overextend yourself, especially if you want to make sure that you can be on time with your payments. Lenders generally can pre-approve you up to 45% of your income minus your monthly debt obligations. So like your monthly credit card payments, car payments, and student loan payments. The key factors that they're going to be looking for to determine your affordability are really 4 things. It is your monthly income, which is how much you make every month. And typically they like to see at least 2 years of income, cash reserves to cover your down payment and closing costs, your monthly debt obligations, and lastly, your credit history. So those are the 4 things that they're going to be looking for. And if you're interested, next week, I'm planning to post a video explaining how much do I need to buy a house in 2024. So be sure to hit the subscribe button if you want to make sure that you don't miss that. And #2, create a non-negotiable list of what you would like your new home to have. And then be okay being flexible with the rest. I know that buying a first house can be a very exciting time and there could be so many things on your list as far as what you want it to have. But realistically, you want to focus on your must-have that will be the baseline of all the homes that you're going to be seeing. It's okay to let go of certain expectations and focus on what's important. Remember that your very first home is just that. It's your first home. And more than likely, you're probably going to be buying another house in the future or will be moving. You should focus on what's important to you today. If this is your first time buying a home, the important thing is that you start building equity. And #3, do your research. Find as much as you can about the property. Gather all the seller's disclosure and any disclosures that they have about the home. Go around the neighborhood and drive around. See how close the grocery store is. And if there's someone walking down the road, maybe stop by and ask them a few questions here and there, how much they love the neighborhood. And ask your agents for all of this information as well. They should be providing you everything that they can find about the house so that you can make an informed decision whether or not you want to move forward with an offer or not. And once you decide that it's a home that you want to submit an offer on, then ideally your real estate agent should also be looking at recently sold homes that are similar to that house so that they can see the trend of how much homes are going for in that specific neighborhood. This is very important because knowing how much homes are selling for in that neighborhood will give you the right information of what you have to do to submit an offer on this house. And you will hear that sometimes these are called comp or comparables. So if you're a real estate agent or if you hear someone say, look for comps on this neighborhood, that's basically recently sold homes that are most similar to that home you're looking at in the same neighborhood. And #4, be ready to compete and possibly go over asking for your home. And this is most especially true if you're looking in New Jersey. Still a very strong seller's market in a lot of the town. Because of this, buyers are faced with a lot of competition when they are looking for homes. That shouldn't freak you out, especially if you have a great real estate agent. That means that you just need to be better armed to know what you have to do in order to win the house of your dream. The reason why in New Jersey it's still a very strong seller's market because we don't have a lot of new builds. A lot of the homes that we are selling are resale homes. Of course, this changes depending on your price point and depending on the area and depending on the town. But for the most part, especially if you're a first-time home buyer and you're going to be looking in that entry-level price points, it is going to be competitive. This brings me to number 5, and it's a very important one. You need to hire the right real estate agent to represent you and get you ready to buy your first home. This is honestly probably the most important thing, and I'm not just saying that because I'm a real estate agent, but because I know how hard it is to navigate buying your first home. A lot of people think that all buyers agents do is send you homes and open the doors. Finding the house is the easy part, and you can probably do that yourselves without us. The hard part is getting the home. In an ever-changing market, your real estate agent should be able to keep up with what's going on. They should be up to date on any new laws in the industry. For example, the big buzz right now is a Sitzer and Burnett class action lawsuit. I could definitely create a whole new video about this. And if you're interested, leave it in the comments below. Because of this lawsuit, there are 4 major changes that are happening in our industry. One of them is making sure that you sign a buyer's representation agreement before seeing a home. Not only should they have presented this to you, but they should have sat down with you and had an initial consultation so that they can also go over the buying process with you and answer any questions that you may have. And when it comes to submitting offers, at the very least, they should be calling the real estate agent to ask what the activity is like, how many offers do they have on the property. If they do a lot of deals in your local market, then more than likely, maybe they may even know this agent, which means that they can find out more information for you. They should also be introducing you to vendors that will help you go through the process as smoothly as possible, such as introducing you to a reputable lender. At the end of the day, you have the right to choose whoever you want to work with, but if your agent is there to hold your hand throughout the whole process and introduce you to the right people to get you to your end goal, then that's what you want. That is the right agent. They should help you navigate inspections. Not only will they be there to attend the inspections, but they will be helping you negotiate repairs or credits if there are any major issues that are found. And if you are trying to submit the strongest offer possible with the least amount of contingencies, they should be able to explain to you properly what you're offering so that you know exactly what you're going into. And lastly, they should be actively looking at homes for you on and off the MLS. A lot of homes on the MLS will most likely be the one that will get the most traction and will create high competition. If you have an agent who has a lot of connections and can possibly match you with an off-market opportunity, then that is amazing. Are they connecting with their database and talking to their past clients if they know anyone who is thinking about selling a home that's exactly what you're looking for? Are they sending postcards to the neighborhoods that you definitely want to be in? Those are just examples of what your buyer's agent should be doing for you. And there you have it. Those are the 5 things that you should definitely do in order to buy your very first home in New Jersey by the end of this year. Since you stayed this long, as promised, I told you that I'm going to be telling you the number 1 thing that you should definitely not do if you're looking to buy a home this year. And that is, do not buy a car after you get pre-approved, and especially if you're already under contract on a house. This is the number 1 thing that you could do to possibly kill the deal. Because buying a car typically means getting a high monthly debt obligation. Every $10,000 is about $75 a month. So if you bought a car that has $750 a month of payment, then you just lost a buying power of almost $100,000. That's crazy. So if let's say you're pre-approved for $600,000, you got under contract for a house that's $550,000, and then you buy a car that has a $750 monthly payment, you just lost $100,000 of buying power, which means that when you were initially pre-approved for $600,000, now you can't afford the house that you're under contract in, and this will kill the deal. So make sure that you wait to buy your car after you get the keys to your new house. Do not quit your job. Do not open any new credit cards and open any personal loans. Believe it or not, I've had someone do that. They thought they can use it as down payment. And that's it. I hope you enjoyed this video and it helps you answer all of your questions about how to buy your house in New Jersey in 2024. If you end up buying a home by the end of this year, I would love to know. DM me on Instagram, comment down below, find me on LinkedIn, whatever. And if your goal is to buy a home by the end of the year, then comment down below. Let me know what you're looking for. I would love to help. I'm also going to be adding a few resources in the descriptions. And if you like what you heard today, then please don't forget to hit the subscribe button and hit the thumbs up. Thank you guys so much. See you guys next week. Bye.